My husband showed up in a sports car to pick up our daughter, and her teacher was so impressed she added him on social media. She claimed it was to better communicate about the child's education. Soon after, her profile picture changed to a heavily filtered selfie, and her social posts turned into daily updates about being so ready to find love. I was blissfully unaware of this little drama, until one day, I caught my husband video calling her while holding our daughter. "Daddy, I want Miss Taylor to be my new mommy," my daughter chirped. "Yes, yes, Daddy will get a divorce right away," my husband replied with a grin. Watching the three of them act like a happy little family, I couldn't help but laugh coldly. Seriously? Just because he's driving a fancy car, my husband, who lives off me, thinks he's a billionaire now. Time to remind him where he came from. He can crawl back to his broke job anytime. For our 10th wedding anniversary, I bought my husband, Mason, a silver sports car to celebrate. The moment he saw it, his eyes lit up like it was Christmas morning. It wasn't just any sports car, it was one of only 10 limited editions in the world. Not something money alone could buy. Mason had gushed about this car more than once, so I figured I'd surprise him. After all, our anniversary also happened to be his birthday. During the test drive, Mason couldn't wait to snap pictures and show off to his friends. But in his excitement, he accidentally posted it in our daughter Angie's preschool group chat. The quiet group chat immediately exploded. "Oh my gosh, isn't this one of those global limited edition cars? I can't believe the real deal is in our group. Angie's dad, what kind of business are you in? You must be loaded." I quickly messaged Mason, telling him to delete the post. But it had been over 2 minutes, too late to retract it. All we could do was watch as the messages poured in. Some parents even started asking if Mason could invest in their business ideas. And Mason? He was eating it up. "Oh, no," he replied humbly. "Just a small investment here and there. Made a bit of money, so I decided to treat myself." Small investments? Sure. The only thing he owned was a failing internet cafe I paid for, and it had been hemorrhaging money since day one. With his lack of business skills, Mason couldn't afford a sports car in 10 lifetimes. Still, he was my husband, and I wasn't about to embarrass him in front of everyone. So, I kept quiet. That's when Angie's teacher, Miss Taylor, suddenly chimed in. At first, I thought she was going to tell everyone to stop chatting about unrelated topics in a preschool group. But instead, she directly tagged Mason. "At Angie's dad, I've sent you a friend request. Please accept it, I need to discuss some things about Angie's behavior at school." Mason immediately replied, "Is Angie in trouble? Did something happen?" Miss Taylor's response came quickly, "Let's discuss this privately." I start. D to worry. Had something happened to Angie at school? I sent Miss Taylor a private message asking if everything was okay. She didn't reply. Instead, she updated her profile picture. Her old photo had been a scenic landscape. Now, it was a close-up selfie, her wearing a white tank top, strategically revealing just enough skin to leave an impression. It gave off serious pick-me vibes. I called Mason. "What did Angie's teacher say?" He sounded casual. "Nothing specific. She just asked me to stop by the school. I'm heading there now." "Drive safe," I said, hanging up. At the time, I didn't think much of it. I went back to work, assuming it was just a minor issue. A few moments later, Mrs. Lee, one of the moms from the group chat, sent me a private message. Her family owned a beauty salon I frequented, so we'd gotten to know each other over time. "Angie's mom, don't you think this Miss Taylor messaging your husband is a little off?" I replied politely, brushing it off with a couple of vague responses. Mason and I had been married for 10 years, and our relationship had always been stable. He came from a modest background but treated me with unwavering care and devotion. Whatever I needed, he made it happen. For me, he willingly stayed home, managing everything in the household with precision. When I came back late and drunk from work events, he'd pick me up and have a steaming bowl of hangover soup waiting for me. So I wasn't particularly worried about Miss Taylor's little schemes. Even if she was hellbent on seduction, it would only work if Mason took the bait. What I didn't expect was for her to target my daughter first. I've always been busy with work, but I've made sure to maintain a close bond with my daughter, Angie. Lately, though, she had grown distant and her words had taken on a strangely sharp edge. One day, I picked her up from school, planning to take her to McDonald's for a treat. But as soon as she saw me waiting, she started crying and whining at the school gate. Why did you have to come? I don't want you to pick me up. I hate you. At first, I thought she was upset because I'd been so busy with work. I took a deep breath, crouched down, and tried to soothe her. After a lot of coaxing, she finally stopped crying long enough to get into the car, her eyes red and puffy. I smiled gently and said, I'm sorry, sweetheart. Mommy's been so busy with work these past few days. That's my fault. I'll spend more time with you from now on, okay? How about going to McDonald's for some ice cream? But Angie turned her head away, pouting. I don't need you to spend time with me. I have Miss Taylor. She's the best person in the whole world. If I want ice cream, she gives me as many as I want. Not like you, always telling me what I can't do. Then she added, her voice trembling with tears, and Miss Taylor was supposed to take me to the zoo with Daddy today. But now you ruined everything by picking me up. Her tears started falling again, and she looked like she was about to completely lose it. I rubbed my temples, feeling a headache coming on. My voice slipped into a sharper tone. Angie, that's no way to talk to your mother. Angie broke down completely, wailing in the car. You don't love me. I hate you. I hate you so much. Then she added, her voice filled with spite, Daddy said he's going to divorce you soon. You won't be my mommy anymore. I want Miss Taylor to be my new mommy. I told myself it was just childish nonsense. Angie was too young to understand what she was saying. But someone had clearly been feeding her these words. When we got home, Angie jumped out of the car and ran to the front door. She shoved it open and shouted, Daddy. Daddy. Mason emerged from the kitchen, wearing an apron and cleaning gloves. Angie ran up to him, tears streaming down her face. Daddy, when are you divorcing Mommy? I don't want to spend another day with her. Can you bring Miss Taylor home instead?